Coach, this is the city, Los Angeles, California. That's where we are for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Green Bay Packers and the Los Angeles Rams. The children will groan. It's the final weekend of summer, but we've got the NFL, and we're underway on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go now. 18 Gator. Hey, Zoo.
Here I come. 53 is the mic. 53 is the mic. Yo. Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53.
Ready?
On 1st and 10, Costello out of the backfield. That's complete to Kamara. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Second and 6, just inside the 30.
Hey, exit.
Man, I got you.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's a gain of 13, first down Rams. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
What we got? Let's go.
Hey,
we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53.
let's go.
Throwing on first down. Costello getting this into the hands of Turner. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll be a second down.
Now, that's the type of play that gives you a chance to win. Nothing forced downfield where you don't have a guy open. Swing it out to the back, and maybe even check it down, whatever you want to call it. Gain of 5. You're just trying to get 4 on first down. They're ahead of the chains now.
Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
Get it.
The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. 5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on second.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
It looks like the Packers have added an extra DB on third down.
53 is the mic. 53. Check 53. Let's go. 53 is the mic. 53 is the mic.
Yo, go.
You ain't doing nothing.
Now.
Let's go.
Blue draw Corkers.
Number 53. Mike, 53.
Be careful.
Back to throw. Costello. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 31-yard line.
I'm not sure that this play was designed for him specifically, but they got through the progressions and got the ball to him. So second catch on the drive. He may not be a primary guy, but they definitely want him involved, don't they?
Absolutely. This early, the opening drive, as you said, 2 catches. So if they can get him going in the passing game, that should open up his running game too. On first down, Costello. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Kenny Clark, the defensive tackle, getting in there for a loss of 5. So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
Hey, Foxtrot.
53 is the mic. 53. Check 53. Come on.
General West.
Watch out.
Go.
Go get him, go get him, go get him. Kill, kill, kill. Kill, kill.
Let go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
It's been a 7-play opening drive, and this is third and short. Looking to throw. Costello. Now they go screen. It's complete. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th.
Shift, shift. Switch, switch, switch. Check 3.
Protein spill. Snap.
They'll try and run for it. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
Hey, orbit.
58, right over there, right over there. Yeah, yeah. Mike, 58, right there. All day, punt.
Guys.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete here. That is first incompletion after a 4-for-4 start.
Yeah, but they shouldn't back off from what they're doing. I like the play calling right out of the gate. I like the tone that they're setting. Keep going in that direction.
Come on.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Hey, Haywood.
I got you. Check. 53's Mike. Check. 53's Mike. Watch
Go.
They're running it. Mike, 53.
Shoot.
To throw again. Costello. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Jalen Hurd, the intended receiver. 3rd down here.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Back to throw. Costello. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. George Kittle, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Rams take it right down and score on the opening drive. Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. It's up, it's good, and the Rams take a 7-0 lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready. Set. Ready.
58 to Mike.
Now the first carry for Bryce Love. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
Brings up second and 12 at the 23-yard line.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's second and 12. Play action. Now Jackson. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down. Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
On third down, Jackson. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. He had a little bit of a turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
Set. 60 Pittsburgh. Bravo.
53 is the mic. 53 is the mic.
On first and 10, Costello. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
That first down completion only netted him 3. Second and 7.
152 fighter. Hey, Delta.
Here I come again. Here I come again. Here I come again. Check 37. Check 37. Check.
Here's a second and 7. That's complete to Turner. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Let's go. 90 Wolf.
Mike. Let's go, defense.
Hey, high 7.
53 is the mic. 53. Check.
Get it.
We're talking about it. And bring it.
They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
First and goal at the 3-yard line.
Let's go now. 60 or.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Go. 18 Gator. Hey, wahoo.
Let's go.
Hey.
Number 53. Mike 53.
Grip.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. A great play there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Rams tack on to their advantage. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make the score 14-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early. Probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
And turn it up. Check the hot read.
They'll run with Love. He works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is just going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. From the gun, it's Jackson. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. And he punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Taken in at the 11. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
Yes, yes. Hey, Charlie.
53's the mark. 53. Check 53.
Say go.
Operating from the gun, Costello. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line.
That's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a second one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. And he'll find some room to get this up to about the 14. 8 yards there helps, but they're still stuck now. 3rd and long coming up.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one soon.
Mike 22 is coming. 22's coming. Mike. We don't want this. Mike 22. Mike 22. Here we go. Mike 22 is coming. 22's coming. Mike. You go.
Go. Now.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Costello. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. Was hoping to make a play there on the return with his speed. Instead, he makes a play for the other side.
Yeah, and how many times have we heard coaches say, you know, sometimes it's not really about those X's and O's we draw up. It's about those Jimmies and Joes. And when you have a punt returner, he's one of those Jimmies and Joes, one of the best athletes. He's unable to make the play that they were seeking, though.
You ever get tired of seeing me? Check.
Running to start the drive is Love. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. That time on the outside, pretty nice job as a cornerback to shed any would-be blockers and make the tackle.
And think about the praise we're giving him, what his coaches are giving, but how about the respect he gets from his teammates to be a complete corner who doesn't just cover receivers, but also tackles ball carriers.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Jackson. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Jackson now on 2nd and 10. Open man is Higgins. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. 17 yards on the play there as the Packers have the 1st down as well. This quarterback now just 2 out of 6 since coming on, but he's got a 1st and 10. On 1st down, here's Love. And down inside the 40 to about the 38. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
2 minutes to play, 1st half. It's 14-0.
You got it. You got it. You got it.
A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a 1st down. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. On the draw, this is Love. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. On the stop was Aaron Donald.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much.
Here I come. Here I come. 58, boy. 58. Mike. Hey, me and you all day.
On 2nd and 7, Jackson. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7.
Where's 52? Watch 52. 52's the mic. Yep. Watch the twist. Hey, Mike, what's the ball? 52. Hey, man.
From the gun, Jackson. And that will be incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this 1st half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
So they do get 3 points, but that's now 3 drives with only the 3 points, not a ratio that's going to win you many ball games.
Not at all, Brandon. And think about it this way. We all know payoff is the key, right? And wouldn't we love to have the concession on every T-shirt that's been printed in football that says finish on it? Because that's the mantra everywhere. Got to be able to finish drives, put points on the board.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well. So that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field's still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. 2nd and 2. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle.
I know. Jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game.
On the double. 53. Hey, exit. 53, Mike. Watch the screen. Pass.
Mike, 53.
Ready?
Throwing on first down. Costello. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Come on, set. 50, plant.
Tighten up.
Hey, seam 6. Seam, put up.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. Jair Alexander that time able to knock that one away.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 3.
Hey, Alpha.
53. I got one.
Throwing again. Costello. That is caught inside the 5. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. The Rams, they are on the move. They've got another first down.
set.
53, Mike. Bandit.
Get.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll get it down close to the goal line, but not quite in. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. 2nd and goal from the 1.
Right there. That's right, baby. They don't want it.
Hey, foxtrot.
58 to Mike. 58 to Mike.
Deep grip.
And he takes it across for a Rams touchdown. A 1-yard touchdown reception. And the Rams tack on to their advantage.
Heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that could finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened-up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
On 2nd and 10, Jackson got his man complete over the middle. It's Love. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Shotgun handoff now for Love. Oh, he's got some breathing room. 20. There he goes left side. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Here's Love again. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation.
playing against a 3-4 front is really challenging for offensive linemen because they can do so many different things. But when you're running the football, if you can handle the nose tackle up front, and then maybe a guard can slide up to the second level and block a linebacker, that's when you have success running the football.
It's going to be a long day. 552. Watch the run. Watch the run. 552. 552. I hope you brought your lunch because I'm about to take you to school. Back, back. 22, check,
It'll be Love to try and get the first. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. Got what he needed for the first down with a gain of 2.
3rd and 2, right? So this is a situation where low man has got to win at the line of scrimmage, but it's not just the low man winning. It's the low man who's winning with some force, and they had that to pick up the first down.
Barely picking it up, but they did. They go play action with Jackson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Marcus Davenport, the first rounder out of UTSA with a sack. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Jackson from the shotgun. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 13 yards, first down, Packers. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
The L.A. offense ready to go for their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Watch the backer, watch the backer.
Greystone, travel. Hey, Irvin.
To throw on 2nd down, Costello. This one taken in by the former Baylor Bear, Jalen Hurd. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Let's go now. 90 Wolf.
58, right there. I got you.
22 jet bomber. 22 jet bomber. Hey, Haywood. Look at me. Zipper.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Past the 20. A big gain of 38 there on 3rd down.
It's not a surprise when you read scouting reports and watch tape because you know he's a heck of a player. But he is so difficult to get down in the open field. They just want to get him the ball and let him do his thing.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Go out.
53 is
Snap.
Looking to throw. Costello. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And it's a fumble.
Wow. That ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
53.
You draw Corker.
Showing up.
Bravo. Five.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Here we go. 60 or. Two.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Turner, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
It's now 3rd and goal.
They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal.
Ready?
From the gun, Costello. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Kenny Clark able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
And that's the kind of stand all defenses are seeking. 3rd and goal, backs against the wall, and they get a monster sack, and now they're going to force him into a field goal. For them, that's a win.
So unable to convert for the touchdown inside the red zone, but they do come away with 3.
Yeah, it's a 32-yarder. That's essentially an extra point nowadays, right? Because it's 33 as a general rule for these guys. So it should be a simple kick. But you know what's really strange nowadays? When they miss an extra point, I think they carry that with them longer than missing a field goal because an extra point's supposed to be automatic.
Absolutely, and I would think even field goals inside of 30 yards, even though they're substantially shorter than a PAT, it just has a different feel, doesn't it?
A different feel, a different vibe. That's what I get from all the kickers I talk to. They always say if I miss an extra point, that's the one that bothers me more.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Great.
On 2nd down, it's Love. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. Back now in Los Angeles. It's the Packers who have the football, but in need of points as we begin quarter number 4. The offense on 3rd down tonight, 2 for 5 to this point. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. They'll run it now out of the gun. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. It'll be a loss of 1, and that's going to make it 4th down. 4th down, here's Jackson. And no, it's incomplete. The Packers unable to pick up the first. And the Rams get the football in outstanding field position. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
53, Mike 53. Protein spill. Hey, Delta.
Operating from the gun, Costello. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
49, check 49, check 49.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Costello. Going to throw right side here, complete. 1st down Los Angeles there with a pickup of 14 yards.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Go.
What you got, Heavy? Give me some.
Get it.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Turner. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays. I tell you, they didn't give it to him much through the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Yeah, not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play out really well for them now. As you noted, they want to ride him.
And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Jalen Hurd, his second touchdown on the season. And the Rams tack on to their advantage. A try here for the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Jackson now throwing again. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 13 yards, 1st down Packers. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that on your center.
You mean it actually?
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The perennial Pro Bowler Aaron Donald gets the sack. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Now this one complete on the slant route. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. Now Jackson to throw on 3rd down. This one complete into the hands of Higgins. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Here's Jackson, eluding the pressure right. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off at the 18. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here. On 1st down, Turner. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage. Use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. They'll keep it on the ground. Turner. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Hey, Charlie.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion.
19. 53 to Mike. 53. Check 53. Come on.
A first throw for the backup, Wilson. Being chased out left. Looking left side, and it's complete. A nice. Pickup of 23 on the 3rd down conversion.
That's good for Rams. First down. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Let's go. 60 Pittsburgh. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. 5.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Turner, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
Ready? Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. I got you, boy. I got you, boy.
So the L.A. Rams with a victory here. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the 2nd quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the 2nd half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for L.A., they used a favorable early schedule to their advantage as they move to 2-0. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for Green Bay, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again.